1994 was the 40th anniversary of Godzilla, and to celebrate 4 decades of destruction, film company Toho Studios marched out Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla that December. The Heisei Godzilla series, which is officially recognized as starting with Godzilla 1984 and culminating with the Big G's death in 1995's Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, has not exactly been looked upon favorably in recent years. Clunky scripting, uneven special effects, and a host of other cinematic problematics have only become more glaring with the passage of time. But even while the Heisei pictures may not be stellar, they still represent perhaps one of the most important time periods for Godzilla. This was the era that unarguably established Godzilla as a modern-day pop culture icon across the world. This is when Godzilla was at its peak, and many times I've wondered what it was like experiencing that as it was happening. And fortunately for us, we can now get a little taste of that. Over on Twitter, my friend Norman England has started sharing photographs of his times in Japan during the 1990s, including the many kaiju-related events he attended during that time. Norman is the author of the upcoming book Behind the Kaiju Curtain, the director of the documentary Bringing Godzilla Down to Size, and has had extensive on-set experience with kaiju films like Gamera 3 and Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Recently, Norman tweeted out a set of 4 photographs of when he saw Godzilla vs. SpaceGodzilla in theaters almost 30 years ago in Osaka. And if I can nerd out a little bit, I find this really insanely cool. Those massive, colorful adverts, they're gorgeous. And just look at that theatrical merchandise table. Having only the Reiwa films to draw comparisons to, I can tell you that not one of those movies, not Shin Godzilla, not any of the anime trilogy, not one of them, had a theatrical merch table quite like that. Now originally when I set out to make this video, it was really just to call attention to something that I thought was really cool and something that had significance in terms of kaiju and tokusatsu history. And when I reached out to Norman about doing this, he actually pitched an idea. What if we did a series of videos about what it was like seeing all of these movies? What if he talked about how it was like growing up in America during the 60s and 70s, catching Showa Godzilla in American theaters and on television? What about when he moved to Japan? He was there for all of those Heisei Kaiju movies, all the Millennium Godzilla movies, and he was saying that we could make a video series kind of accumulating those stories. And to me, this is an incredibly valuable and interesting way to preserve those stories. I've only ever done this one time before with my dad, when he recounted what it was like seeing Destroy All Monsters, which was his favorite Godzilla movie of all time. I mean, that video is years old at this point, but it's something that I truly find valuable. So consider this an announcement that, yes, a series of videos recounting those stories will indeed be happening. And I'm very excited for it. I'm very honored that Norman would want to share those stories here on Monstrosities. But until those hit, you'll have to settle with Norman's photo tweets. And fortunately for you and I, Norman has said that he has even more photos to share in the future, including some from when he saw Yamato Takaru and the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy. So be sure to follow Norman on Twitter at Norman E. England so you can check him out when he does post them. So with that said, for Godzilla's sake, keep watching Tokusatsu for the good of mankind and yourselves, and please throw a thumbs up our way and consider subscribing to Monstrosities, a vlog of Tokusatsu. Any little bit ultimately helps, and we greatly appreciate your time and your viewership. Take care, gang. Talk to you soon.